Hi guys, and welcome back to day 3 of this week's 5 Things, where we're looking at the 5 best support bands I've ever seen live. So far this week we've talked about Shinedown, who supported Blackstone Cherry in 2016. We've talked about Against the Current yesterday, who supported Good Charlotte, and today we are actually talking about Good Charlotte in their own right. I alluded yesterday that when I'd seen Against the Current for the first time, they had supported All Time Low. They were at the bottom of the bill, and then there was a support act in second that played before All Time Low, and that was Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte are probably, for me, you know, maybe top 3, top 4 favourite bands of all time. They're just an absolutely brilliant band. When I was growing up, The Young and the Hopeless was my go-to record. It's just absolutely brilliant. To this day, I can remember every track on the record, all the words, everything. And I really like all their later stuff as well. Just a solid band, brilliant songwriters, and as I, have grown to find out, brilliant live performers. I bought tickets to this gig originally without, even knowing who the support acts were. A big All Time Low fan, so I bought the tickets with, I think my dad was there and a couple of others and my brother, sister, whatever else. We bought tickets to go see All Time Low, all really big on All Time Low, and then suddenly they announced the support act, and the support act was Good Charlotte, and my interest just completely changed. No longer was I going to see All Time Low, I was now going to see Good Charlotte. They are like top 3, an incredible band, one of the main reasons that I started doing music in the first place, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They played between 40 minutes and 50 minutes and just filled the set of just complete absolute rippers. They played maybe all of The Young and Hopeless bar like 2 or 3 tracks. They threw in tracks like The River in there, Predictable I think they played, just really solid stuff. Just a frenetic pace for 40 minutes, and then suddenly, they went off, and All Time Low really had to, step it up to beat that, and I don't feel like they did. Still great, don't get me wrong, but, to follow Good Charlotte, on their comeback tour in the UK, it was like their first gig in the UK for like 6-7 years, with a new single, with rejuvenated energy in front of people that had no doubt grown up listening to their music and, would be seeing them for the first time. It was just incredible, really good. Been lucky enough then to see Good Charlotte a couple of times since, and they never disappoint. A brilliant live band. The track of theirs I'm going to do isn't actually one off The Young and the Hopeless. It's one off their second to newest album, Youth Authority, and it's one called 40 Ounce Dream, which wasn't my favourite track off that record by any stretch of the imagination. It still probably isn't. I've got a real soft spot for Stray Dogs on that record, but 40 Ounce Dream is a really fun one to play live. It's a really fun one to mess around with, and I really enjoyed the cover. So if you enjoy it as well, drop me a like, let me know what you think. Tune back tomorrow for another episode of 5 Things.
Woke up this morning with the strangest feeling. I had a nightmare, but I wasn't dreaming. I ran outside to see it's not 2003. Turned on the radio, it's so confusing. Rappers were singing and rockers DJing. There's no guitars on the songs that they're playing. I called my shrink to see if I was healthy. I called my mom and she was taking selfies. Grew up on MTV when they had Eazy-E. In California, yeah, they still knew how to throw a party when it was gin and juice, and we had Dre and Snoop. In California, yeah, they still knew how to throw a party. Oh, last night I had a 40 ounce. Oh, last night I had a 40 ounce dream.